guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be covering hosing and cleaning the slot drains on Triton Pool and Canyonview. So, you come here, you're going to want to make sure you have your hose next to one of these 4 hose outlets, okay? Actually, I think there's 1, 2, 3, yeah, there's 5 actually, right there. Pop quiz. Okay, so little Marlo magic trick is sometimes it's really difficult to twist this in. So what I like to do is I like to hold the hose with my hands and either twist in the opposite direction to prevent the hose from moving with me, or just like hold it in place. So sometimes you just gotta like mess around with it. And then once it like doesn't turn anymore, you know you're good to go. Get your hose out, and you want the highest pressure setting, and you're gonna turn it on. And the more you turn on the hose, the more powerful the pressure washing is. To change the setting, you rotate this. Right now it's really puny because it's still starting. Sometimes they leak a little just because of like the pressure. That's okay. We try our best. Okay, so when you hear that like splattering sound, that's good. The pressure's good. Okay, when you hose down the pool, do you think this is clean? This area is clean? Yeah, it's not clean. Like, just doing this.
Doing it wrong.
You gotta follow these crack drain thingies that lead into the drains. So like hosing should take you a really long time. I mean, less so if it was actually cleaned by everyone else. So you're gonna wanna follow each line and you'll kind of see, well, I did this part already, so let's go over here. See all the disgustingness kind of come out.
That's gross and disgusting.
When you're on this side of the pool, on the inside, you're gonna hose to it. So I like to do a V-shaped kind of thing, because you notice how I'm hosing this line and it's pushing all the debris this way. So what I do is do like a little V shape with the center of the V where the crack is. And so that way I'm getting everything. As you can see in this diagram here, the red arrows are pointing towards the direction in which you want to be hosing, and the yellow is outlining the main slot drain on Triton. The blue dotted line is going to be showing the V-shaped hosing technique that I am describing. So make sure you're following the smaller drains that lead up to the big drain, which is shown by these horizontal red lines, and always hose towards the bigger gutter. The main thing is to focus on these cracks because they're disgusting. And then once you come to the mega slot drain here, let's go over here actually. Sometimes, especially on the high side where there's a lot of people, these slot drains get really clogged, and what's the point of like hosing everything towards this crack if it's just staying there? So you notice that there's any blockage, you want to look, and you should be able to see the water down there through the crack. You know, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you should be able to see the water. And if you can't see the water or there's something blocking, you do the same thing. You gotta like pressure wash with the hose and push everything down so that when you're doing your job and hosing, all this stuff that we're eventually pushing to the center of the V is actually going down and not just staying. Let me show you a bad example of what happens when you don't clean the pool properly. This is like a very popular area because all the swim teams and whatever like hang out here. There's hair, there's mold, there's algae, whatever. This is what you get. Do you see how these slot drains, you can't see the water and they're full of muck? That's what you don't want, because then the water is just gonna float and all the dirt and debris is gonna float like this. So this is me pushing everything. And I'll draw a little diagram of like how I hose. See, I'm always hosing towards the major drain. left because this thing will not go. I'm just gonna wait for it to dry and then just pick it up and throw it away. So that is how you hose the pool. It should take you really long because you're being very detailed. Yeah, don't just like spray the ground because that doesn't do anything. And that's what getting in and out of the pool does anyways. People track water with them and then just moves all the dirt around. But what's important are these drains, which is our job. And they're so dirty, so do your job. Same process. Make sure you turn it on. And when you're done, this little flap thing, make sure that's closed and you undo the black attachment thing. Okay, so once you're happy with the pressure, you're gonna wanna hose instead of towards Triton, you're gonna wanna hose away towards the trench drains. These are the trench drains. And that's where all the debris filters into the main filter. So you do the same thing, and you're gonna hose these little crack things because they hold a lot of debris, and that's what helps push the water and debris towards the outside. So same technique is you're just gonna hose towards the drain and get any of the debris. Make sure you also get these side tracks here. Okay, and then always push everything that comes out towards the trench drains, and make sure that you're checking the trench drains that they're not clogged. As you can see, if you come here, it's all filtering downwards and it's not clogged. If it's clogged with any leaves or anything before you hose, just make sure that you clear those out, or else what you're doing is useless and it's just gonna overflow. So yeah, that's it.